Every ship needs a sailor, or who's going to row? Every note a mailer, each dead man a ghost. Go run tell your neighbors they're missing the show. Let in some volume, clap if we call you, dial up your folks, steady as she goes, tailor-made radio.
Justin, Monday, hello.
Hi, how are
So
you?
good. This is so nice. I've been really excited for this, and I know the whole team is excited for this too. Um, yeah. So, I mean, I was going to start with a few questions from fans first, and then we can get into our own conversation and see where we go from there. I mean,
All right, let's make
first,
it happen. Let's
pardon.
make it happen.
Let's
Let's
make it
make it
happen.
happen.
Yes. See, you are as smiley as you put out there. Like, you just give so much life and positivity. Like, the moment I see your face, I'm like, oh, there's no problems in the world now. I feel good. It's so nice. So we're gonna start with what I mean, obviously we are social distancing right now. The whole world is stuck at home. Life is very different. I mean, has life changed much for you in this transition?
Yes, it has really been different because I know, like, normally I'm out playing at wineries or bars typically every weekend,
Oh
at
wow,
least
okay.
sometimes Wednesdays to Sundays, and sometimes I'm out playing churches on Sundays. And so
Oh.
everything's been canceled. So it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, just trying to find, positivity out of it. Just doing the best I can. So,
Absolutely. So I mean the first question brings us to I have to look at my other computer over here.
oh, I
Is
understand.
what do you miss most about pre-quarantine life?
Um, I really miss just being around people. Like I typically am I'm a people person. So
Yeah, I could
like at
imagine.
concerts, I walk around with my violin, talk to people, I'm a hugger. I like to hug people. I
Yeah.
miss that a lot. I mean, like I hang out with my girlfriend sometimes and I miss like the long hangouts and stuff like that. So those are the things
Yeah.
I miss most about it.
Yeah, I had an old roommate stop by today. She's been in Thailand and then she had to come back and do the whole quarantine thing before she could leave the house. And she came over today to pick up a few things and it was so sad not being able to hug her or, get near her. It's a sad
Wow.
thing. I miss hugging too. Human interaction is huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where are you located? What city are you in?
So I live in Decatur, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Decatur, where is greater? Hold on, I had to hit that up right. But
Do they have shirts there in their shops that I could buy one of those?
I mean, you probably could. I mean, down the street, there's a shirt store by the liquor store, so people go in and out and just go
Mm.
back and forth. So yeah, you'll find it.
That's smart because people are going to get liquor for sure. And I mean, if there's a novelty shop right next door, why not? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, our next question. I mean, because you play such a wide variety of genres. It's not just one. And I can only imagine where your influences come from. I mean, not only with the genres, but the fact that you're playing violin as well. So where do you feel most of your inspirations come from?
So when I first started playing violin at the age of 12, there were my teachers always taught us that there's so many different genres of music when we were playing. So they would have us play Barry White love themes, and then they would go and have us play like some country fiddle tunes or something like that. So they're trying to mix it up for us. And the one thing that I have learned is like the people that I originally watched musician wise were like, do you remember Yanni?
No,
So
shit.
so
Don't
Yanni
judge
played
me.
piano. Yanni played piano and had this long flowing hair. And so he would play and his hair would flow. And while he was playing, Regina Carter would come out and play violin, like all kind of like rock and hip hop style. And so I watched that. Then Vanessa Mae was another violinist. But then going on to the future, my inspirations now are like, have you ever heard of D Sharp, the violinist, the mad violinist? Shanti Floyd is called the mad violinist. He's on Social Distant Fest. And those are people that I've been following for a very long time. So those are my inspirations back then.
Wow. Aw, I hope he sees this then.
Oh yeah, I tell him all the time. He knows it. Like whatever sounds you hear out of my violin, he's the one when I got it where I actually sat with him and he actually showed me all the ins and outs and how to like tweak my sound and stuff like that. So he's a great dude, definitely.
So you started when you were 12. This is a long time coming. Was it something that was very supported from your family? Like, how did this come about? Where is your family a musical inclined family?
Yes, my family is a very musical family. My dad, a long time ago, my dad used to be a DJ. And so
yes, what was his DJ name?
Do you remember? They were called, I don't remember his name specifically, but his group was called the Street Jammers.
Okay, I like it.
And they would have a street light behind them. And so when people were dancing, if they hit red, everybody would pose, and then like yellow and green and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool.
That's
and my mom would sing. And so my brother plays saxophone, and I actually was gonna play saxophone initially. But then when I went in, 60 students played saxophone, and they told me I have a snaggle tooth, so you can't play saxophone, you gotta pick something else.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and I was like really down, and the violin teacher just like, try this. And I played it and I didn't scratch. And she was like, you can do this. And so that's how I've been doing it ever since then. So.
Yeah. And the violin you play, I mean, I'm pretty, I guess, ignorant towards all of the instruments because there's so many. So is this called just an electric violin?
Yes, it's an electric violin.
And is that what you always started with?
So I started off with an acoustic violin. So I went the classical route. So I studied from 12 years old all the way through college. So I have a violin performance degree.
Oh, but good for you.
After I did that, I stopped playing for a long time because I became an orchestra director for 8 years. And so I took the time to try to instill it in the students. And that's why I'm doing the electric violin now, because I got back into it and I was like, oh, cool, something that'll get me inspired to get back into it. And so the electric violin was the thing that got me back.
You were an orchestra constructor?
I was an orchestra director. Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing. Do you still do it?
No, I did it for 8 years. I was a middle school orchestra director. I would have kept going if I did any other age group, but I was a middle school orchestra director. Every student was like, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, no, you don't. So
you're going to need a lot of work, Jimmy. Sit down. Yeah. Aw, that's so neat. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is more about social media because, I mean, clearly we're all stuck at home. So finding ways to connect is mainly through social media. And was social media something that you used often to, promote yourself, get your music out there, make new connections or network? Or is it just like now this whole new world?
It's a new world for Facebook and for Instagram. So my biggest regret is that when YouTube was first going around like 2002, 2001. Anyway, so I started playing covers during that time when YouTube first started. But I got nervous that people would put bad energy towards me. So I just stopped.
Oh no.
And then the one saving grace was, you can go look this up because it's so weird. If you ever go, does this man rap? Yes, I do. So I have a rap video on YouTube. If you type in Just Thunder, you'll find it. What happened is I had a band and I would rap and play violin and we would all it was a full band. It was really, really cool. But
that's amazing.
That was the part that was cool. I did YouTube for a while and I really enjoyed it. But that's probably my thing where it's I would go back to YouTube because I really enjoyed the amount of interaction that was shown. Facebook is a newer version of that, but I think YouTube was really big on that.
Yeah, and I mean, YouTube is something I haven't even explored or put the time I should into it because I know the potential that comes from it. But it's like everything else now, and I bet it's going to get worse now because so many people are using social media. But the algorithms within everything, or it's forcing you to pay for things that were free before in order to even get seen. It's just such a huge pain in the ass, I find.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know what's crazy though? I can say now, which is so good, is that everybody has a chance to use their talents or to find that group of people that really want to hear them.
Yeah.
I remember when I was listening, I know, I'm not sure if you remember this, I'm an old man, so I remember cassette tapes and like going to buy
I remember
CDs
those
at Walmart, like,
yeah.
and people didn't have that unless you had big money or you had somebody really find you, was the way you would have people see you.
Yeah.
And so now everybody just has the best opportunity to be seen. So it's great.
So true. I have a few friends that we get into that debate because, some people think because the internet is there now that anybody can make music, anybody can do it. But in the same sense, it's like, we're all creative beings in some manner. So being able to have that platform to put it out there is pretty neat. We all get to have the light for a moment,
Exactly. And that's sometimes why y'all probably see me smile. I mean, like, when I'm on stage in my regular life, sometimes they're two different things. And so what's crazy is like when I'm on stage, I have this confidence, and I know, because I'm like, I'm not the best player, but I'm gonna make you leave feeling like you saw a show.
I mean,
if I play my violin on my back, yeah, exactly. I could play my violin on my back. I could do like the Tootsie Slide, something just jokingly, but it's something where I get to express my emotions out to everybody else to say, hey, even if you feel like you're alone just for that 1 second, we're together, like that music is like connecting us together. And so when you leave, at least you can go, hey, somebody like touched me, and I reached out to you through my soul, and then you reached out back to me. That's how I feel about it.
Oh, I love it. I feel it. I think you touch a lot of our souls. Thank you. We so appreciate you being there and sharing your energy and your music. And we know to expect you at certain times, and it's good. We're all excited to see you when you're on there. Has there been any favorites of yours in the group that you've seen that you've started following now?
Oh my gosh. So Evie is
oh my
amazing.
God.
Let's talk about that. Evie is amazing. So I know I love Evie. I forget his name, but the other guy that's the DJ that you're actually interviewing today.
Oh, Jeremy, yeah.
I love him.
You guys should collaborate.
You know what? I was talking to my girlfriend about that today, and I was like, if he says let's do it, I'll do it. Like, no hesitation. I don't know how to dual screen, but I'm down, like all the way. There's another guy too that I've been following for a long time, and he plays a 7-string version of the violin that I have, and he's called the Drunken Fiddler. He's amazing.
Oh, I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of like people that are favorites. There's a couple too that sings. I forget their name, but they're really good too.
There's a few couples on there that have
Is it Daisies?
The Lazy Daisies.
Lazy Daisies. There we go.
Long blonde hair and
yes,
they're so sweet. It's pretty incredible. So where do you see? I mean, eventually we'll be able to leave our houses and see people. What's going to be first? What's going to be the first place or first thing you do after all of this?
All right, so
I'm gonna go eat some chicken wings and have a beer. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting at the bar and I'm eating all the chicken wings.
There's an Indian spot that I wanted to go check out. Like, I thought about that. Or I've wanted to go to the violin shop for a while because I need some strings. I'm not gonna lie, so I need to go to the violin shop.
Is that not an Amazon thing? We can't get that on Amazon.
Well, I tend to I like to be able to talk to them and figure out what new strings I can try. Because I've been trying different strings on these instruments. I have another violin and it's fretted. The one that I have is not, but the other one is fretted. And so I'm trying to find a string that doesn't rip all the time. I know guitarists always have that problem, you know, when they play strings.
Yeah, I've seen, again, I don't know a lot about musical instruments. All right. That is not, I'm good at talking. I can do that. I can't play. I don't know things, but I always see on violins that the strings are just always all over the place. So that's got to get expensive, replacing those all of the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, well, and I'm happier that I'm using the cheaper strings for the electric, because the strings that I used to buy for my acoustic were like almost $100 a pack, 150 a pack. That was ridiculous.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah,
man. If venues be calling you up, they got to pay you in violin strings, you know?
exactly. You know, during tax time, I don't play with them. I'm like, hey, you know, I got strings. Y'all need to go ahead and get me money.
And what else do you see happening for yourself after this? I mean, you were pretty well known, you were pretty loved before this. But I feel as anyone else in there, in a group of 130,000 people, you have such a big reach to around the world. You know, do you see any neat things happening, any neat collaborations happening, or, you know, any goals? Maybe something has popped up for you and you're like, yeah, I'm going to play there, or I'm going to talk to that person.
Yeah, like I have big goals of like maybe going around and playing certain cities.
Like
You know,
Calgary.
maybe I would do it. Hey, if they fly me out, I'm down all the time. I tell people I'm down to work. That's the way it is. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just really want to be able to go out and play. Like I played a couple of food festivals here in Georgia. I would love to go play food festivals at other places because I love the connection of, you know, food, art, all those things together. So I would love to do that more. And then, I mean, just being like, it's just the same thing, being around people. I see once during this time period right now, I'm learning how to record my own music. That's the thing that I want to do. So hopefully by the end of this, I want to at least have 1 or 2 songs that I can go, hey, here's something free to the public to try to listen to that I've done on my own. And that's the goal of it. So.
Oh, yeah. My next question was going to ask, you know, what else are you doing to keep busy? Because I mean, we have all the time in the world now. So you're doing some producing in your downtime here.
I'm learning. I'll put that very, very big quotation marks, like learning, because I did this version of like the Tootsie Slide where I made the background beat and like all the like, you know, other stuff with it.
That's amazing.
And then
That's amazing.
Yeah, it feels that way, but like, you know, when I hear something in my head, I'm like, all right, I know that's cool. But then my other friends are very much like meticulous when it comes to their producing. So they'll go, tweak this, tweak this, tweak this, tweak this. And I'll go, I don't know how to tweak that. You know, like help me to understand. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think whatever you're doing great. And I see nothing but good things happening for you because you're incredibly talented. You're a very positive, happy man, and the people love you. And we thank you so much for, you know, being a part of our, I was going to say little community, but it's not so little anymore.
You know what? I want to say to y'all, thank you, because the one thing that I told Jacob, I said, hey man, you've done something for all of us that's really big. Like you've given all of us an opportunity to share what we love to other people. And if they want to hear it, they hear it. If they don't, then there's other musicians you can hear, which is great. You know, you have your selection. I don't know if you've ever been to that club where it's like 4 sections and you're like, well, I don't like disco, so I'm going down to the, you know, hear some hip hop and do some twerking or something, you know, like you got your own exchange on it. And so he gave me something special because I was always very insecure with my music when I'm not in front of a crowd. And so this is giving me the opportunity to just be like, this is me by myself having fun. And if people are enjoying it, they enjoy it, you know? And if they slip through and they want to go see something else, at least everybody's finding something to try to get their mind off of this, you know? So it's fun. So thank y'all for everything that y'all have been doing.
Oh, thank you. No. Thank you. And do you have, I mean, I know you were starting out, it was like 10:05 in the morning that you were going on. Is there a specific time or day you like to go on so people can keep watching out for you? I know shit happens, but
I I'll let them know, but I'm going on at midnight tonight. So if they want to rock with me,
Oh, damn.
midnight EST. So, you know, come on and party with me. We'll be on for maybe like probably 30 minutes, but I'm going to try to have some fun, you know?
Well, this ain't going to be out in time, but we'll let the people know. I know I'll be there for you then.
Yes. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, Justin, thank you so much. I guess, do you have a website or anything where people can find you and follow you?
So if you want to check me out, at Obese Violinist. So I always tell people not obese, but Obese Violinist on Instagram.
Yeah.
On Facebook, it's Obese Violinist, and I will have a website soon. I actually am finishing it up, so it'll be there soon.
Awesome.
And there's some people that always caught this. I've always had this Easter egg of a championship belt from wrestling in the background.
Oh, shit.
So I love wrestling and I love video games and I love Easter eggs. So I always keep that in the back. It's like almost like an Easter egg where somebody goes, "Oh, I saw, did I?" And you're like, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah, you did. That's smart. I feel like not enough people take advantage of that. There's a few people I know on the page that have something like that. And there's always engagement. You know, people are asking, what is that? So that's good. Very smart. All right. Yes, thank you very much for taking time to chat with me. And I'm looking forward to seeing your next set and having you be a part of the community and growing with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Go run, tell your neighbors they're missing the show. Let in some volume, clap if we call you, dial up your folks.